One night, I would accidentally pull out that nose tube while getting into the bathtub. We didn't realize it right away, but we did soon figure it out when my dad went to hook it back up and it proceeded to be sucking out my brain. Of course, it was just lodged in my upper nostril at that time. I can promise you the look on my father's face was worse than the feeling. I must have had impeccable timing. The nose tube was no longer needed, my count slowly started to rise, and after 188 days in the hospital, I went home one day before Valentine's Day and my dad's birthday. When I finally got home, I went back to the routine of dance, school, and hobbies. What I wasn't expecting was for the remainder of my education career that I would be bullied for being small, my loss of hair, my 4 fingers on my right hand, hearing aids, and private tutoring sessions from missing a year of school. About 2 years after coming home from the hospital, we would accept a research project with Cornell Medical Center here in New York, as they sought to understand why I had been the first person to survive 2 bone marrow transplants with Fanconi anemia. We did not leave them empty-handed per se, however, I do not think they could use the word miracle in my medical chart. Fanconi anemia was my excuse for living outside the lines, taking risks, and having no fear of consequences. It has now taught me to cherish my time left, reflect on the beauty all around me, and to play it safe. Who am I kidding? I still color outside the lines and rebel quite often. Just ask my parents. I have never been married. I have no pets. I cannot have kids. I have been a phlebotomist for the past 5 years. I volunteer at the Ronald McDonald House twice a week. I have moved over 25 times in the past 9 years. I bought a van and traveled 13 states in 30 days on the East Coast, visiting New York 3 times in that trip. And to think, this is all just a blimp of what my life looks like now. I have the most incredible family, and my friends are ones I could never replace with material things. My testimony on how I get through life and everyday struggles, including the side effects of Fanconi anemia, is through writing, reading, and life experiences. Through sharing part of my book this evening, Structured Love, I hope it inspires you to find yourself and to eagerly and lovingly have a relationship with yourself first and everyone and everything else last. My intention is that it will support you through any situation along your journey. I have found through my personal experiences that the biggest conflict that humans struggle to balance out are emotion and logic. Structured love is a new concept I have created to help individuals move through any stuck emotions or logic that they cannot seem to move through on their own, whether it be a traumatic event or an everyday struggle. Through your interpersonal growth, as you shift and find balance through the polarities between emotion and logic, structured love will shape your outer reality. Part of your journey to yourself is learning where we fall short and the efforts towards strengthening those areas. You are Silly Putty, and life is stretching you. That's all it is. It's up to you to decide if you are Silly Putty that ends up hard like rubber, or remain stretchable and accepting to the changes that occur within you and in your life. Practicing structured love is to approach the technique in a military style as far as it goes for a mentally challenging and a stimulating way. It comes with discipline, organizations, patience with yourself, routine, practice, forgiveness towards yourself on the times that you will fall short. Never giving up, and the willpower to carry yourself through the mission of life. No matter how dark the corners of your world can become, Structured love can guide you through that darkness and teach you not to have fear or to run from it. I hope structured love ends the cycles of fighting the same battles within yourself as well as in your outer world. My final statement of how Fanconi anemia has affected my life is that it is not my identity. Getting through it was a team effort, and remaining strong as an individual is the same internal path that I walk like any other person. Let Rare Disease Day bring us together to be reminded that we are all rare individuals walking this crazy thing that we call life. Thank you.